Hi everyone, Andy Serwich with Altaro here, and today we're going to be talking about one of our newest products, Altaro Office 365 Backup for End Users. Altaro Office 365 Backup for End Users allows businesses to quickly and easily back up user mailboxes using Altaro's powerful multi-tenant web UI, the Altaro Cloud Management Console. Now, when I'm talking with customers, they often ask me the question, well, why should I pay for backup software for Office 365? I mean, doesn't Microsoft handle that for me? And sadly, no. Really, that's a common misconception. I mean, while Microsoft is responsible for providing the infrastructure for Office 365, it's the customer's responsibility to protect their data from things like human error, malware, malicious users, etc., etc. This is where the more experienced Office 365 administrators will say, hey Andy, Microsoft provides archival services. And while that's true, it's very basic. Retention and recovery options are limited, and full and speedy restoration of data really isn't always guaranteed, especially from a point-in-time perspective. Well, with that in mind, let's take a look at Altaro Office 365 Backup for End Users so that you can see how easy it is to provide mail protection services for your organization. To manage Altaro Office 365 Backup, administrators can leverage the power of Altaro's multi-tenant web UI, the Altaro Cloud Management Console. This tool is your one and only tool for managing your mailbox backups. Let's start with the dashboard. The dashboard is your generalistic overview of the solution across your entire customer base. On the dashboard, you can view things like current operational activity, restoration history, and a health status overview for your organizations. Now, getting your Office 365 organization added is really quite simple. We can do so by clicking Office 365 Organizations in the left-hand column, then clicking Add an Office 365 Organization. Here you can find the settings and then walk through a simple wizard to authorize the Altaro CMC to do backups for the selected Office 365 organization. Once added, Altaro Office 365 Backup will allow you to select which mailboxes, SharePoint sites, and OneDrive for Business accounts that you'd like to back up, and it will automatically back up said content several times a day. These backups are stored securely in a cloud-based backup location hosted and managed by Altaro so that you can focus on making, the next support issue more of a priority instead of having to manage storage infrastructure. In addition to mailboxes, Altaro Office 365 Backup also has the ability, like I said earlier, to back up and protect SharePoint document libraries and OneDrive for Business as well. There are subscription differences between backing up just the mailbox and also including SharePoint and OneDrive for Business support. In short, you need to have the correct subscription to back up SharePoint and OneDrive for Business in addition to the mailboxes. You can view this information in the subscriptions view. Once you have the applicable subscription, you'll then have the ability to enable OneDrive backups on a per-user basis from the mailbox and OneDrive view. And you'll also be able to enable backups for SharePoint sites containing document libraries. Once enabled, again, like mailboxes, backups will begin automatically. Now, backup is the easy part. Restoration and recovery is where the rubber meets the road. We have several different options for recovery, and we'll start with a full mailbox recovery. You first have to select Mailbox underneath the Restore section in the left-hand column. Once selected, you'll then need to step through the Restoration wizard. You do this by selecting the mailbox to recover, selecting which dated version you want to recover, and finally selecting a restoration destination. Currently, we can recover to the same mailbox, a different mailbox in the same Office 365 organization, or to a zip archive. Now, once you have your options selected, you can start the restore job and monitor its progress on the dashboard. In addition to a full mailbox recovery, we also have the ability to recover specific pieces of mail. For the sake of time, we won't cover that now. Just note that you'll find the wizard to be nearly identical to the full mailbox recovery process. You'll simply be given more options to select what gets restored after choosing a mailbox and a dated backup version. Now, the Restore wizard is pretty much the same for SharePoint and OneDrive files as well. Simply launch the restore process from the applicable sidebar button and walk through the wizard. For example, in this OneDrive file restore, we provide several different options for recovering the data. You can choose to place it within the same OneDrive account, a different OneDrive account, or into a zip file. Another section worth highlighting is the billing view. Here you can get a number of different pieces of information about your current deployments, including things like total mailboxes, OneDrive accounts, and SharePoint sites backed up, including trends over time. This really helps you keep track of usages across your install base and helps you when it comes time to do budgeting. And finally, I'd also like to mention that we focus on a great support experience here at Altaro. If you find yourself in need of assistance, help is really never very far away. Simply click on Get Help in the left-hand column, and you'll be given all the different options for contacting our support team. I always like to mention that everyone you'll talk to on our support line is a product expert, and the person who answers the phone will be the one to own your issue from start to finish. We know that system admins are very busy people, so we go to great lengths to make sure that you don't have to deal with tiered support that the rest of the industry still uses. If you're interested in learning more about this tool, simply navigate to www.altaro.com/office-365-backup for more information. Once there, you can fill out the form to start your free 30-day trial. Additionally, feel free to email sales@altaro.com for further information. Thanks for watching.